Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a close-up look at alloys. And by close-up, I mean we're going to get the camera as close as possible to watch all of that sizzling, sparkling action. Alright, let's start making. To start with, we're going to be working on a 5x7 piece of Yupo paper. On this one, we're going to be looking at sterling first, and we're going to be using the colors Glacier, Cobalt, and Monsoon. To start with, I'm going to put down a layer of alcohol inks first. I'm just going to shake some on, not being very particular, just a little bit haphazard with putting the inks down. Okay, that's a great start. And now I'm going to grab some of my isopropyl. I have found that putting the rubbing alcohol into an empty distress sprayer is perfect for getting quick, easy coverage with alcohol to start your inks moving. Just a couple of squirts, then I'll go in with my ink tool and we'll start moving the ink around. I love how the ink tool makes the alcohol inks flow effortlessly over the paper. It's very easy to get movement. In order to get long flowy movements, I use my wrist and make quick little trips across the paper with the blower. It's kind of like you're pulling the alcohol ink in different directions. Okay. Not bad. I think I want a little bit more Monsoon in here. I'll put some around the edges. And I'll give it another quick spritz. And we'll start that ink moving again. And I'm not going to worry too much about the background. This is going to change. This is just my base layer before I start pulling in the alloys. So if we have a little bit of white paper, not a big deal. This ink is going to start traveling again anyway. Alright, so I'm liking our base layer. Next, I'm going to grab more rubbing alcohol, but this time I have it in a little dropper bottle. I like putting it down using the dropper because it allows me to put a concentration in a specific area. And for the alloys, I want to make sure I have a good amount of rubbing alcohol that I can float it on. Now, of course, with alloys, we need to make sure we give them a good shake first before we start putting any of it down onto paper. Okay, check the bottom, make sure there's no sediment. It's looking pretty good. Give it an extra shake. And now I will make sure that's on capped so I'm ready to work. And we'll take a good dropper full of the rubbing alcohol and I'm going to put it right into the center of my paper. I've got plenty to work with. And now let's take it in and take an up and close look at the sizzling action of alloys. Okay, I'm going to add some more rubbing alcohol, and we're going to do a second round of the alloy just so I can get that moving. I find that the more rubbing alcohol I put down, the better the flow I get when I want to start moving the alloy around on my paper. Nice thing is, if it starts to clump, I can always go back in and flood my paper again. So I just want to keep it moving until I can get the coverage that I'm looking for on my paper. And again, I'm just using quick little motions with my wrist in order to get the alloys to float and move. Okay, not too bad. Now, to make that stick, we'll go in with a bit of blending solution. And we'll just drop that on here and there. Not being very particular. This time we're going to start on a background of black alcohol ink cardstock. For this, we will need snow cap in order to get our colors to pop. For this one, I like to start by drenching my paper with some rubbing alcohol, and the quickest way to do that is with my spritz bottle. So I've got my paper nice and wet. Now we're going to give snow cap a quick little shake. Now, the one thing I found about the black alcohol ink cardstock is I do not get a lot of time to play. You have to spritz fast and start the movement, or the alcohol will start to evaporate on you. But now I've got a quick foundation, and now we'll add in some color. For my first color, I'm going to add in some crimson, and we'll add a couple of drops of rubbing alcohol to that, and then we'll see what we can get for movement. Not bad. I like how vibrant it is on the black. Looks really pretty. And again, I'm going to go in with a spritzer and see how much more movement I can get. Ooh. Now I'm starting to get some more movement that I like. That's good. All right. Now I'm going to go in with a second color. We're going to add some Valencia. Let's put a drop over here. Add a bit of alcohol, and we'll start moving it. Okay, I am liking our background. That's got some interesting flow to it. Now we're going to slow things down and watch the alloys do its work. For this one, I'm going to be going in with gilded. So as always, we want to make sure that we give our alloys a good shake before we put them to paper. Okay, let's slow it down. Okay, that is looking really cool. Now I'm going to set it with some drops of blending solution. Okay, and I think we'll call this one done. Okay, last one we're going to do is going to include clover and cobalt. So again, start with a quick spritz. Add on our snow cap. Moving quickly so my alcohol won't evaporate. Quick little spritz, and let's start the ink moving. Ooh, loving that already. Okay, that is a good background. Now, let's go in with our alloy. This time I'm going to be using Mind. So, we've shaken up our alloy. Now it's time to slow it down and watch. And we'll go in with a touch of blending solution now.